It's been a busy day for lawmakers at the Idaho State House. One bill they're considering would raise the minimum wage by $1.
And they're also considering a bill that would restrict the use of tanning beds for teens. KBOI2 News has live team coverage of how these proposals could affect you, beginning with Denny Hawkins.
Well, Natalie, Idaho has one of the highest rates of melanoma in the United States. This bill would require teens 14 to 18 to get parental permission before using a tanning bed. It's similar to legislation that was introduced back in 2012 and 2013, but lawmakers call this a compromise. This isn't the first time legislators have tried to pass a bill that would restrict teens from using tanning beds. In 2012, lawmakers wanted to ban anyone under 18 from using one. Representative John Vanderwoude says he actually fought against that bill.
I thought this was overboard, and so I think this is a compromise.
This year, he's backing a piece of legislation that would require teens 14 to 18 to get parental permission to use a tanning bed.
I think a lot of people don't think there is an issue as far as skin cancer with the tanning beds.
But skin experts say there is a link between the two, and that indoor tanning can lead to changes in the skin even at a young age.
I notice it kind of starts to look more leathery. It becomes pretty dry on the surface. They get a lot of discoloration in certain spots.
But I talked with a local tanning salon manager who says their tanning beds are designed to give off both UVA and UVB rays, just like the sun.
I don't see that the risk here outweighs being outside in the sunshine all day.
Maniaci says this legislation wouldn't hurt business, but that teens should be able to make these decisions for themselves.
My personal opinion is if they're able to drive behind a seat of a car and put their lives and other people's lives in danger and take on that responsibility, I think it's about time that they were responsible for their bodies.
But Vanderwoude says just like with tattoos and body piercings, parents should have to give the okay.
It's better to educate the public and give the parents the opportunity to say whether they want to do it or not.
And to be clear, this bill would ban the use of tanning beds for anyone under the age of 14. Lawmakers say they think this bill has a better chance of passing this time around because it is more of a compromise. Natalie?
Denny, last time this type of legislation was being considered, the proposed fine for a violation was $500. Will that penalty change at all with this proposal?
Well, Natalie, Vanderwoude told me that right now the $500 fine is what's written into the bill text there, but he does say that he's open to discussing that a little bit further, maybe lowering that penalty to more around $100. Back to you.
Once again, Idaho has one of the highest rates of melanoma in the U.S. The CDC says Idaho's rate is the nation's 4th highest. Utah has the highest rate. Delaware and Vermont round out this list.